Hey, it's me, Leigh, and I'm finally making that Q&A I was gonna do like 2 months ago. I don't know how long ago it was, but I asked for questions on YouTube a while ago, and I haven't filmed the Q&A yet, but I did save questions from it. I saved questions that were most popular in the post, so I had the most likes on it. And then I also saved questions that I thought were fun, and then I saved some questions that I get a lot. So hopefully I can answer all these in a efficient way. I saved quite a few questions, so here we go. First question. Side note, as per usual of any YouTube video, I'm gonna pronounce these names wrong. Mariana No asked, what are the best and the worst things about having an online store and being a freelancer? The best thing about having an online store and being a freelancer is being able to do what I love, pick my own schedule, work from home. I can shove in a bunch of work at once if I want and then take a bunch of days off. I can do whatever I want and change it up as much as I want. That's my favorite part about it. I mean, of course I love drawing and painting, but you know. And then the worst thing about having an online store and being a freelancer. Worst thing is organizing everything myself. Taxes, admin stuff, emails. I might just say emails. Emails, messages, I am terrible at managing those. Taxes and emails, worst part. Second question. Karen Sanchez asked, how did you start freelancing? How do you decide how much to charge for illustrations? Any tips and tools for starting an illustration business? I get this question a lot. Tips for, how did I start freelancing? I quit art school and then I just opened an Etsy shop offering commissions, being pet portraits and home portraits, and then I went from there. And it very gradually built. I did not start selling prints and personal work for a long time. I think that came more with having a following on my social media and putting myself more out there on social media. So yeah, it was very slow to start freelancing. How do I decide how much to charge for illustrations? I am not super duper great at deciding how much to charge for my work. A lot of people say I charge too little. I just kind of value it at what I think it's worth. So I started off really low when I started my Etsy shop just to figure things out. I was so not confident with what I was doing and so confused, and I was just like, I want to see how this works. So I charged very little when I started, and then it's gradually gone up with demand. And then any tips and tools for starting an illustration business? I have no idea. I make most all my products at home, so I don't have to have like an inventory besides my stickers and my pins, which have come really later on in my shop. So investing in my printer and scanner were the best things I've done. Also a paper cutter. I didn't invest in that in a long time, and I wish I had had one. Other than that, I can make a whole separate video. I want to make a whole separate video on how I started my Etsy shop and how that went, just kind of telling my story, so maybe another time. Orange Ostrich asks, what is your favorite and least favorite medium to work with? Favorite medium to work with? That's tough because I'm so mixed media. If I had to pick one, I guess I'd just go with watercolor because it's kind of like can do many things. And my least favorite medium is probably oils or chalk pastels. Are they chalk pastels or just chalk? I don't know. Either of those I don't really like. I used to really like using oils, but all the like turpentine and medium and like setup is kind of tough for me. I'm not against either of them. Lexi Ram asked, how did you find your art style and what other artists inspire you? I'm going to just compile a list and then put a screenshot on the screen, and you guys can check out lots of artists that I like on Instagram if you wanna, because I'm not gonna be able to think of them right now. And then how did I find my art style? So if you don't know, I just did a 365 challenge. I actually finished today. This challenge was where I was drawing every day for a year, with mostly personal work, some commissions mixed in there, but mostly personal work. And just doing a drawing a day made my style emerge. I didn't really do anything in particular to create this style. I don't even know what I'm talking about. So really practice is what got me there. Exploring what I like, colors I like, taking inspiration from other things, and combining them all into one compact little module of things that I enjoy. Is that helpful? I don't know. All right, question number 5. Victoria Laws asks, "Hi Leigh," that's not a question. "How did you learn to use gouache so well? Experimentation, videos, a teacher, or a friend? None of my art teachers or art friends have ever used gouache, so the only advice I get is from YouTube and such. What sources would you recommend for learning gouache?" I actually am not very experienced with gouache. I mostly use acrylic paint for the things that look like gouache. I have like 5 tubes of actual gouache and an old set from my mom that's mostly dried up. But yeah, no one really taught me how to use either of those. I just kind of used them and practiced because I wanted to. So I mostly just learned from experimentation. I've never really watched a tutorial and followed it for art before. So not videos and no teachers, and I don't really have any art friends. So I guess experimentation would be the answer for that one. So that's what I can recommend. Question 6 is from Charlotte Humphreys. She asks, "How do you manage to keep proportions when doing lineless art?" That is a good question. If you haven't noticed, my process is very blobbish, so I'll go in, and you can see this, I have tons of speed paints and things on my channel to watch me do painting and whatever. But if you haven't seen my art yet, I usually just do like a blob of color and then line it and make it into something. So I start with this weird looking blob thing. And I've honestly always done this. The great part about it is that the blob looks intentional and not right. And then with your lines, you can just mold out what you think the thing looks like. This is hard to explain. Yeah, I don't know, man. What I'm trying to say is that with a blob, there's no commitment because you don't have to follow the blob exactly. You can go in and out. You can overline it, you can underline it, cut off part of the blob and make it into something else. That's the perfect part about blobbing. I am sorry if I can't actually answer any of these questions. I went into this thinking that I would be able to answer them. So, I think keeping proportions just from practice and having an instinct for it. I don't think there's like a secret key to it. Okay, next question is from Marissa Hammond. She asked, "What kind of printer do I use and how much was it?" This is a question I get a ton. I use an Epson Artisan 1430. I don't remember how much it was. It was either $300 or $500 when I bought it. Because I don't know because I bought a scanner at the same time and I can't remember which was which. But it's been a great investment so I can make products at home. Olivia underscore art row asks, "If Herc and Toadie were characters from Parks and Rec, which characters would they be?" Herc would probably be that guy in that last season. I don't know his name, but he yells a ton. That's Herc. Toadie would probably be Andy. I mean, Andy is a dog, but Toadie would be Andy. Like, he likes to eat and he's kind of silly, but he likes to have fun, you know? I took a little break to eat some cookies. I'm back. Blue Neko X3 asked me, "What's your Hogwarts house and Patronus?" Lots of love from Mexico. I actually went on Pottermore and took the tests, and this was a while ago. I always wanted to be Slytherin for whatever reason. I don't know. But I'm a Gryffindor evidently, and my Patronus is a Siberian cat, which I was very happy about. Then I started reading into it, and I feel like I would fit into Hufflepuff pretty well. They're like loyal, don't like conflict, sounds like me. But I guess I'm Gryffindor. Suvin Choi, butchered it. Okay. Asked, "What do you do on days you feel uninspired or unmotivated? How do you balance work, life, etc. and avoid burning out?" I don't avoid being burnt out. I'm burnt out all the time, and I'm unmotivated all the time. So how I've dealt with this, I have made art making into a daily habit, so I wake up every day knowing I'm going to make something, and that kind of helps me deal with those it's not a choice. It's something that I have to do. It's part of my work. It's part of the things that I want to get better at. I just force myself to do something, anything. It might turn out badly, but I do the thing. That's kind of how I deal with it. I did mention this in one of my blogs. If you want to know more about how I deal with art block and stuff like that, it's in one of my blogs and it's in the title. I don't know how to say this name. It's HSJamZM. Not sure how I would say that. But they asked, do you recommend learning in art school? I just don't stop wondering if it's worth the money. Most of the art schools are expensive, but is it possible to get skills also if you learn alone? Do I recommend art school? I tried to go to art school 3 different times. I didn't make it. I wasn't learning what I wanted to learn, and I wasn't taking advantage of what they had to offer, being the staff, networking, the supplies, and the equipment that you have access to. I just wasn't taking advantage of that, and I didn't feel like I should be investing that money into doing school if I wasn't going to take advantage of it. I just didn't want to. It wasn't something that I was interested in at the time. So I quit, and where I'm at now is mostly self-taught. It is possible to get skills by learning alone. There are so many things online if you wanted to take classes like Skillshare, which I've never really looked into before, but I've heard about because they sponsor so many things. I hear they're great, and I learned the best through practice. That's why I quit. I felt like I was paying to practice, and that wasn't something I wanted to do, so I quit and practiced by myself. You should go if you want to take advantage of those things and feel like you would benefit from the things that art school has to offer. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Okay. Next question. French Fries asked, what do you do when you don't know what to draw or just feel like everything you draw doesn't feel right? When I don't know what to draw, I will usually just pick an animal to draw or just any subject and just look at pictures of it until I find one that I think I want to draw. If I really can't decide, I just pick randomly and just draw random stuff. Because I do think it's important to mix up your subjects. It's something that I've been integrating more into my work, and I found it to be super helpful for my mind and conquering challenges of different subjects instead of doing the same thing all the time. I don't know. Or how do I deal with it when it just doesn't feel right? I'll do my best to make it feel right. I will do my very best to make it feel right. I will pick the thing out of that day that I liked and I'll try and redo it, or like I just keep layering things on top and I try to make it right and I do the best to make it look okay. But sometimes that just doesn't work out and you have to wait till tomorrow. So that's how I deal with it. Okay, next question is from Louisa Simeo. I don't know, man. I suck at names. What's your favorite things to do besides art? I really like to go on walks. I love walks. I also do CrossFit, which I've never talked about on anything. But if you know what CrossFit is, it's like cross training between weightlifting and cardio things and stuff. I do that. What else do I like to do? I like to see movies. I don't know. I like to travel. That's normal though. I don't know. I love seeing and touching animals. Is that weird? I don't know. Would that be considered something I like to do? Moving on. Okay, next question. Faye Denise asks, this might be the most basic questions, but I'm genuinely curious. What made you find such a love for art? Why do you have such a passion for it? I guess what I'm asking is, why do you continue to make art even throughout all the stressful times? Art is something I've always wanted to do. I've done it since I was little. I love it. I think it's fun. I think it's it's very satisfying to work and then have a product. That is something I really like about making. I don't know, something just draws me to it. I love looking at it, I love making it, I love touching it. My own, not like in museums. If I could, I guess I would touch it. It's just become part of my daily life. It'd be weird if it wasn't there. We're gonna take an intermission because my camera's getting hot, so I'll talk to you later. Okay, we're back. My camera cooled down and I have a few more questions left. All right. It's just Furry Little Peach came up on my screen and I was like, Furry Little Peach. Anyways, she asked me a question. How do you juggle making videos consistently with the rest of your business or other social media illustrative work? Nailed that. I find it so dang hard to prioritize video editing over other work. Good question, good question. I'm not good at it. That's the secret. I will work all day and then I'll do video, then I'll do video editing at night. So it's just kind of like extra work. I'm not fitting it in. I'm not, like, it's extra work. I have this thing in my mind, you know how I'm doing the 365 project where I have to post every day. So like that is a commitment for me. Now that it's done, I don't know what I'm gonna do. That's besides the point. Besides the point, I don't know. But YouTube is kind of the same for me. In my mind, I want to post a video every week. I might not do it, but I feel like I've disappointed myself, everybody, if I don't post a week, even though I've never said that I'm gonna do that. So it's kind of a weird commitment thing for me, and I'm not good at it. If that makes anyone feel any better, I tend to overwork myself when I'm editing a video. I just like sit at my computer and die. That's dramatic, but I do spend a lot of time editing them. So this is what my daily schedule usually looks like when I need to edit a video. I will do my drawing for the day. I will do like admin work or shipping orders morning, noonish, and then I will do all my video editing at night. I don't like to edit videos during the day. I think it's a waste of daytime, so I'll do it at night and just slam through most of it, and then I'll do the draw-in add-ins the next day, and then I upload it. So if I can't edit it in a night, I'll do it in a couple nights. I just fit it in when I feel like I have extra time at home. That's kind of helpful, right? All right, okay. We're getting down to the last few questions, so bear with me. Sorry, this video is super long. Shannon Letty asks, out of all your works, what are some of your favorites? I don't know. I'm gonna compile a little thing and just add it in here because I don't know. I'm usually very biased to what I've been making in the past like week or 2 weeks, and then all the rest of my work I'm like, bleh, not so good. So it'll probably just be really recent work as of this video. Okay, next question. Rebecca Yermish asks, how long does it take you to finish a painting? How do you currently make your stickers? A painting will take me like between 30 minutes to 2 hours-ish. I don't spend a huge amount of time on my paintings, and I like to make them fast because I'm impatient and I'm making one a day. That might change as I change my schedule of art making now that I'm not doing my 365. And I make my stickers through Sticker Mule. Next question, Zoe Espinoza. I've read that in my mind plenty of times, but I don't know how to say that. If you were in a Ghibli movie, what would it be? My favorite Ghibli movie is Nazca, but if I wanted to be in one, that wouldn't be the one I would want to be in. I don't know about those big bugs, you know? Not that I'm against bugs, but probably Howl's Moving Castle, just because I would be interested in the magic going on. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that one. Next question. Amanda Lau asks, if you could have another pet, what and which breed would it be? Lots of love from Singapore. I want a cat. James has a cat now, and he's right over there, laying on my bed while I film this. I'm not allergic to him. Isn't that great? I am allergic to cats, if you didn't know. I love cats, I'm allergic. But I would love a cat, my own cat. But, I mean, I would love anything. A bunny, a lizard. I think lizards are so cute. A snake, some exotic pet. I don't care. I would like any pet, honestly. I get tons of questions about Hercules, my parrotlet. He is a parrotlet. He is a small parrot breed. I got him from a parrotlet breeder. He does bite me, and he does poop on stuff a lot. But he does choose his places that he hangs out with, so if I wanted to, I could prepare those places so he wouldn't poop on my stuff, but I don't. And he is in a cage most of the time, but I do let him fly free and I don't clip his wings, which is just like clipping the longer feathers on their wings so they can't fully fly, not like a flight, but they can like parachute down if they need to. So there's my little Hercules synopsis. I've been requested to do a Hercules video, which I will do sometime. That's a little quick Hercules Q&A because I got a lot of questions about him. And that's all my questions. I nailed those answers. I hope you guys liked the video, found my answers helpful or something you wanted to know. If there are any questions I didn't answer, you can ask them in the comments and I will do my best to answer them. I'm not the best at answering comments. As I said, I suck at emails. It's kind of the same thing. On my channel, there are more questions that I answered by typing. So there are some questions that I get a lot that I didn't answer in the video, but they are on that post and I can put a link in the description. Great idea. So if you guys liked the video or, you know, anything, give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching again. You guys are good. I hope everyone out there is healthy because being sick is the worst. I'm gonna go eat some more cookies, so we'll see you guys later. Bye. And I'm gonna show you Bobo. Peep this. This is the cutest thing I've ever seen. Look at this boy chilling on my bed like a little angel. Hey, Bobo. Oh my gosh. What a cutie.